So today I wanted to go over a story that I like to call Accepted with Errors. But first off, I wanted to ask you a question. Did your heart skip a beat when you received an error message that you have an incorrect TIN, also known as a tax identification number? This can mean several things in the eyes of the IRS. For example, an employer identification number, also known as EIN, an individual taxpayer identification number, also known as ITIN, as well as an adoption taxpayer identification number, or ATIN. But it's not as complicated as it sounds. As long as the failure to provide the correct TIN was due to reasonable cause and not deliberate neglect. This is according to the latest IRS publication. But let's move on to my story. The IRS gets its data from many different places. Here's my little IRS building, and here's my data coming in and out. Now they especially get their data from the Social Security Administration. So let's say that you have members of the Smiley family. Here we have Layla Smiley and Jim Smiley, which is her husband. And lastly, we have their adorable little son, Rob Smiley. And everything was looking great until you, the employer, received an Accepted with Errors notification. Suddenly, there appears to be a discrepancy regarding the Smiley family. And you don't know why, because you're pretty sure that they're honest people and wouldn't lie to you about their social security numbers and name combinations, also known as TINs. Layla, she holds the primary policy, and she's listed Jim Smiley and Rob Smiley. You decided to investigate this, and upon further review, you found that the IRS is not going to help you identify which data caused the error, so you have to sort it out. The IRS suggests an annual solicitation and allows us a few methods. You can send Layla an annual solicitation by mail, which is a letter, of course. Give Layla Smiley a call. Send Layla an electronic solicitation, or as we like to call it, a simple email. And all of this here is your attempt. It's your attempt at being responsible. Of course, even though you'd rather be playing your favorite role as soccer mom or dad of the month. But as long as you attempt to come up with the correct TINs proving that you acted responsible before and after the failure occurred, you won't have the IRS police chasing you down. Keeping a record of your solicitation attempts with as much detail as possible to establish the proof of the steps that you've taken to comply with the Internal Revenue Code and regulatory provisions, should they come knocking at your door.